Here we go with the game submitted by Aksiminator. And this is what is written about his own style. He does not like closed maps. He knows surprisingly little about the different civs. And then I added a little note that he's actually peaked at 1961 1v1 ELO. Aksiminator joined Definitive Edition maybe a couple of years ago, maybe, yeah, something like that. And he came from, among other things, from Age of Mythology, where he's also a very decent player. But he picked up AoE 2 quickly, and the meta is, generally speaking, playing quite meta-like, I would say. We'll see how this game progresses. Actually, kind of an interesting matchup here. So we can hide that bit again and see how this Arabia game progresses. Already started off greedy here, pushing some zebras from far away. You can see the elos of these players in these numbers here, so it's facing tough opposition here, a nearly 2k player here, this Amodice, or Limodice. So we'll see how that progresses with what could be a good matchup for Turks, couldn't it? Because Turks have gunpowder against the Aztecs, strong infantry and eagles. Remains to be seen, obviously. Turks have a stronger scout rush, I would say, on open maps, because they start off in the very dark age with a +1 Pierce armor, which they carry along all the way through the game, and they also get instant light cav, instant hussar in the castle and imperial ages, which means that if you open up with a scout rush and make it to the castle age at a good timing, you could you'd instantly get light cav in the castle age for a bit of a power spike, and they will also have that extra pierce armor, which means you could actually, if you have a decent chunk of them, you could fight off surprisingly sizable amounts of crossbows, for example. Okay. Yeah, so not really scouting the enemy just yet. About to drop the mill after this house. Let's see what Teal is up to on the other side here. Back woodline, back main gold. Great news, they both have golds and woodlines in the back. And then the other golds are more exposed, as you'd probably expect. Eagle now chasing Aksiminator's scout. You can't really take that fight in the Dark Age with the scout cavalry, because the Eagle has higher attack and slightly more hit points. But you can outrun it because the scout moves 10% more quickly. Well, speaking of scouts, oh, it's comforting to see that this happens to 2k players as well. RIP Aztec scouts, a little bit of a slip up there, which means there won't be any more deer pushing for Teal, if you ever did that. Pushed in a couple, it looks like. Aksiminator now forward and will have the advantage of being able to scout something that the Teal player won't. Let's see if there's any indication as to what Aksiminator might do here. I've seen him play flank archers on team games. He played for Norway A in Nations Cup, so he's been at least played one game, maybe more. So he's definitely been teaming up with big boys like Viper and or MBL and Keller. Spots the barracks, moves back home as he doesn't see any flag, which means there could be a drush on the move here. For all Aksiminator knows, it's likely not, because of the Eagle Scouts going down, but also not unthinkable, since the Aztecs have that little extra 50 gold to start off with. It's easy to justify either more infantry units or just essentially free, well, not free, but men-at-arms upgrade without needing to mine gold, etc. So your drush could be upgraded to men-at-arms as well if your feudal age follow-up is in a suitable time for that. Both players have their main goals on or right close to a hill, so that's going to be a bit of a pain against ranged play. Aksiminator well ahead to the feudal age here though, went up at 1, population lower. And he's, yeah, definitely, he's gonna go straight archers here because he's seen the barracks, he knows that some militia or men-at-arms will be entering his base. So he'll probably prefer to clean that up before moving out himself. So long distance hunting here. Even more justified with the Aztecs because of the extra carry capacity of the villagers. 3 villagers should be enough to finish off an ostrich at a distance. Let's see if Aksiminator is able to track the infantry movement here. It doesn't seem too stressed out of it by it as of yet. No entry here for the infantry, and that's a quick house foundation away from keeping the militia out as well. So as long as Aksiminator sees them, he should be fine. Yeah, there comes a house to support the woodline. Quick wall on the goal. Perfect. No harm done by the militia, and they actually take a little hit from the town center fire as well. Spearman joining in, just in case Aksiminator opened the scouts here with that 19 pop at time, or just to defend against his opening scout as well. As we have 3 archers moving out here. Facing what's never going to be men-at-arms here from Teal because the archers are already out. Archers for the Aztecs as well. Hill advantage for Aksiminator, but okay, chooses to focus the archers first. Now the spearmen and finally the infantry. Let's see if they can get enough hits in here. Fletching is in, another archer joining in as well. Great micro here from the red player, showing his 1900 heat rating here for sure. In the micromanagement skills, 5-0 KD, that's pretty darn good against the player currently 100 elo above. Looks like Teal commits to the archers, but he'll also kinda need to consider going into skirmishes here, I think, at this rate, because Aksiminator has had a fluent archery range production here. Gets the first villager as well. Cleans up more archers. Great micro again here, and he has the hills to creep back to. And in all fairness, with the pond over here for Teal, it's worse based than Aksiminators, I would say. Allows always allows Aksiminator to pull back. Even tries to snipe a farm there, doesn't succeed in those efforts. Looks for more villagers. 5 archers chasing villagers now. Could get a kill. Just one hit away. Oh, that's so close! Yeah, no, he actually did get it. Good save by Teal. But losing more archers, which gives Aksiminator the snowball here, and now Teal, obviously, as mentioned, forced into skirmisher defense. Aztecs player set back here, 11 4 KD for the red player. Economy completely untouched at home. Worker efficiency similar for the 2 players, but because of that eco kill, Aksiminator takes the lead in the economy department here. Villagers fighting off that last archer, doesn't really matter all that much as Aksiminator pulls further back. Second range now. for the Aztecs player, while Aksiminator sticks with one range and commences the wall of at home base here. Walls here, probably. Definitely going to, yeah, I was going to say going to aim for an earlier cast stage here, and he just clicked even. This could become a knight's follow-up almost, actually, but it's a second range, so it's going to be the crossbow. Death ball instead here, 6 archers and counting for Aksiminator. So in terms of cast stage transition, the teal player now is like 1 minute or so behind there. Maybe they didn't really take huge eco losses, so they're only about 2-3 villagers apart here when moving on to the cast stage. But definitely behind the military here, teal. Both now on double range production, but Aksiminator will have that advantage of a 1 minute earlier crossbow Bodkin, 1.5 minutes earlier. So if his army hits at the right point in time, he could clean up the armies no problem of teal. And just expand on the advantage he's built for himself thus far. Looks like the walls will be going up in time here for teal though. Any villagers moving forward for forward siege? Not yet. You'll want to contest the relics here as Turks as well, because the Aztecs get 33% extra gold from the relics collection. Oh, nice loophole found there, crossbow and bodkin in, which means the builder won't be able to re-wall easily on this horrible woodland with the pond over here. Aksiminator breaks through and is going to be looking at some serious damage here with the crossbows now entering as the teal still isn't in the cast stage and will have to wait another minute for the appropriate upgrades to kick in. One defensive tower scrambling up here, but the crossbow is going to get... they're actually going to deny that, I think. And you could still camp underneath this tower and get valuable economic kills here for Aksiminator. Now 7 eco kills. 1 builder down. Oh, okay, there's a counter-attack from teal here. That's a good counter-attack actually, but the town center completes. I missed that. But they are losing to town center fire. Could lose even more if Aksiminator is paying attention. Definitely Aksiminator getting much more from the his counter-aggression here. 11 eco kills and more than twice the units killed on his end. That tower will complete, which means the woodline will temporarily be safe here, but now Aksiminator is guarding the one and only gold inside of the Aztec player's walls, which means that teal will need to move over here or try to scramble up a TC over here to secure gold access. It's just going to guard that gold now to prevent any eagles and crossbows from joining the game. Great counter-aggression though, but Aksiminator might clean this up eventually with his reinforcements from his home base. Few late skirmishers not really an issue here. Teal realizes he's just falling too far behind. Great Turks showing here from Aksiminator, and he shows his ability to micro and play archers, ranged units here, which we might see in the Hidden Cup as well. We might see him missing some unique technologies and stuff since he claims to not know that much about each civilization, but that remains to be seen as we cast the games and reveal the names at the end of the tournament. About 1,000 more resources collected. Faster uptimes overall, good cast light margins there, almost 1.5 minutes. And overall better economy, especially because he slaughtered so many villagers with that crossbow raid through the most vulnerable areas, a good point to enter. Therefore, the crossbows felt a good move to move over to that side to find a weak spot and enter with the crossbow ready at just the perfect timing. GG's to Aksiminator as well.